Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Let me just share again. Okay, so as I just discussed, you got the podcast here that you can go into, listen in your free time, the YouTube channel that is all the replays from our main team, the Facebook group if you want to look for testimonials. You can get on the email list. We're going to send you updates of everything that's going on. And then the school teaching. That is the one that we have to really pay attention to. So what's going to happen is you're going to click on it, and then it's going to ask you to basically, let me send you this link as well. It's going to ask you to create a school profile. Okay. All it needs is a password and an email. Okay.
Oh,
But the reason that we need to do that is that this actually has all of our training, right? Remember, I said to you, we all really want you to be successful and we want you to really have the right start with what you need to do. This is what's going to help you maybe get more
mhm.
clarity in that direction. So if you see here, if you go to classroom, so once you sign in and everything and you get into here and you go to classroom, you're going to have the welcome video. So you're just going to click on here and then you can just watch this. You can see it's 2 minutes. Okay. Once you finish watching that, you just
Mm.
follow this process. You go to the next one. So it's next one, next one, next one, but you start here with the onboarding,
Oh,
right? Okay.
yeah.
And here you're going to see it's going to speak about onboarding. What is this? Is it? What is the system? It explains it a bit better, right? It gives the back office training. What is the Lifewave product pack, right? How do you set up someone? Where are they placed in the team? So this gives you a lot of the information of the core about the business. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so this is the pro strategy. This is what we
Perfectly. Perfect.
yes. So this gives you an idea of, okay, what system do we use to follow, how do we speak to people? How do we share with people? How do we follow up with them? You can see here, it actually is going to give you, that's a 7 minute video. And then you see here, it actually gives you the tracker. So if you click on this, this is actually what you're going to use. It's just loading. This is what you're going to use to keep track of everyone. Okay, you can see here the dates. So I would actually print one of these for every week. Does that make sense? So you can print one today, and then for this
Mm.
week, you write the date here at the top. That's what I do. So you write it's what is today, the 9th. So you say, well, it's actually this week is the 7th. Oh, no, I just did the wrong thing. Sorry. So it's
No problem.
what I do is the 7th, of April to the 13th, right? You just write it in there. Then you file this. That would be the best thing. That's the best thing I can tell you to do. Okay, is to print one of these for
Okay.
every week, and then you can see a year later, because that's what's going to happen, right? So, I mean, if you don't stick this out, like, I mean, anything, if you stick it out for 2 years, you are going to see the results. I'll show you that graph now as well.
Mm.
But, the whole point is that maybe in 3 weeks, maybe in 3 months, you're like, oh, I don't have anyone to call. Now you have a flip folder, right? Here's my flip folder, right? Inside, I have, I have it, okay? I have all the different sheets in here. And then basically I just every week. So you can see here, it's the name. So who did you talk to? The cell phone number. So at least you can just call them immediately. And then this is really quite cool. Did you share this as an info with them? Right? When they say patch, did you explain to them that they can actually patch other people? Did you put a patch on them? That's also another way you can do it. Did you share the doctor video with them? So you can say, okay, I did share the doctor video. Basically, we say until remember I said to you, it takes 11 times before someone with anything, it takes 11 times before they really understand it, right? And they make the decision to do it. Remember I said to you yesterday, 11 times.
Mm-hmm.
So at least with this, it gets you half the way there, right? You can do each one of these things. That's like the goal is that everyone on this sheet, you do each of these things. Okay, cool. I've sent them this as info. Is everything okay there? Is people coming in?
Yeah, it's fine. No, no, no. I heard something on the other side, so it's fine.
Uh,
Not by me.
I'm sorry. So if you basically just follow this. You just tick off all the things that you do, and at least you can keep track of it. Okay. But you can obviously add your things. Maybe you can scratch this out and say, you know, the 3 minute video, whatever it is that you're using, you can put it in, but this is a good starting point. Does that make sense?
Yes, perfectly.
Okay, great. Okay, so let me exit here. Okay, and then you can see Go Manager. So there's all of these things. There's a memory jogger. So this is also a nice PDF. It says here it has a whole bunch of different names. So you can go through this list and say, okay, do I know an Erin? Let me call an Erin. Do I know an Abby? I can call an Abby. Do I know a Nathan? So you can use this list as just a little boost of people you can call. And then you can see here who
Wow.
do I associate with the following
Wow.
areas. This is more important. This is the one I spoke to you about. So which one of these are areas that you yourself are interested in? Where do you have a common connection? Fill this out, right? And it's the same thing here, the areas that they stay, who do you know in the following countries. So this is a nice little PDF. Okay. So
It's
there's
excellent.
more stuff, how to share X39. So this is the onboarding. So basically how it works is that you can see there's these little tick boxes here. You must just say mark as done, and then you see it gets ticked, and then you can see this percentage increases. It goes up to 3%. So as you go through this, you must just check off, okay, I have watched that video. Let me go to the next one. You finish watching it, you check it off. Boom. Now you can go to the next one. Just you see, that's quite cool, eh?
Wow, I could have been doing this all. I didn't know. I wasn't sure. I could have been doing this
Well, that's why
all
we're
this
having
time.
this. This is why we're having this session now, rather late than never. Okay, but
Yeah.
it's okay,
Wow.
Sarah. It's
Okay.
okay. So then it's also the 10-step system. So this is just basically the exact thing that you must follow, right? So this is in the onboarding, but this is a bit more in depth, right? This gives you, once you've done the onboarding, now you have the foundation. Now you go into what needs to be done. You can determine your why. So there's really, this is a growth course. That's really what we sell in here. It's not just the patch, it's everything else that comes with it. And it's the system, the 10-step system, the back office training. So there's all of these things and the compensation plan. Maybe you want to understand a bit better because I don't really want to try and explain it. There's people that can do it here much
Mm.
better. There's a 30-minute video, there's an hour-long video, and there's a commission cheat sheet. So this little sheets, also you can download this, you can print it out. It basically shows you all the different ways that we earn money. So I'm just waiting for it to load, and then there you go. So you can see it says here PIB. I'll just quickly run through this. PIB, that's the money you get when you sign up someone. Here you can see the pricing, binary commission. How does that work? Then you can see the retail bonuses and just this. So this is again just a nice little overview. So I'm going to stop sharing this now, but that link that I shared with you, that's where you go to find all of this. Okay, so then you must just remember you must go to the classroom to get taught. Does that make sense? So you come to the classroom and then you just
Yes,
start here and then you work your way through everything. Okay, so that's quite cool. Great. So
yes, yes,
the
yes.
next two things that we have here is this is at info and this is a team. Okay. This is at info is the website we use to answer any questions. Okay. Maybe you have someone that says, well, how does it work? So the first thing everyone must go through is an introduction presentation. Okay. You have to have an introduction presentation. Ideally, you do that. But we obviously have the opportunity that you can tie into it. That's what, that's the whole point is that until you're ready to do it by yourself, we are going to be there to help you. That's why I do these 8 p.m. Zooms, right? And that's why if you have someone that you want us to talk to, we'll talk to them. But this website, this is at info.com. This is probably something Christelle shared with you, right? It's definitely worth the time to go and look at it. Okay, what is this first video? Okay, then you watch the video. And I would say, as you go through this, just take notes. Okay, cool. The first video is Meet Lifewave X39. Then, okay, what is phototherapy? That's how the patch works with phototherapy. How does that work? Now you can watch that video. So basically what happens is after you've shown them the introduction presentation, you come to this website and this is how you follow up with people. Remember I said it takes 11 tries before someone actually decides to make a decision, whether it's a yes or a no. Okay. This is where you're going to find your 11 pieces of things to share. Does this make sense?
Perfectly. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are you really still following me, Sarah?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so you can see here's the doctor's video. You can see this is Dr. Leland Stillman. So when it said on that sheet, the doctor video, this is the doctor video. Then you can see here, obviously some of this stuff might be a bit, become one with the sun. What the hell is that? So just don't focus on that. Obviously, this is American website, okay? But this is what it is. So you can also take a screenshot, how do you wear it? And then you can talk about it. So everything is here. The patent, you can download the patent yourself and read it. We speak about this patent. I tell you every time it's a legal binding document. Here it is. You can see here, United States patent. Here's the number. You can actually read the real thing. This is not a lie. So it's quite cool. Okay. The long-term results. So again, you can use this as a follow-up tool. You can say here, okay, here you can see is a PDF. Okay. So just give it a moment. Sorry. Yeah, it's taking forever this way. I'm going to move on, but you can share the PDF with someone and then you say, you can explain to them, this PDF is going to tell you about, what to expect. I really find it quite interesting, this section of the PDF. Do you know what I mean? You can really find any way to position it, long-term results. Maybe this is for someone that's on the patch already. Remember, you need to look after both people. You don't just sell someone as they get started and, like Crystal didn't sign you up and then we just left you alone. We're trying to help you. So here you can see long-term results. Maybe someone starts the patch and they're thinking, how does that work? Maybe I'm not feeling anything. You come here to long-term results and you share that video. You might not be feeling anything now. It's month 2, but look at this video, Dr. Tony. So it just keeps on going. You can share optimal health and wellness. You can share case studies. Here is the section that I wish they actually put at the top. I don't know why they put this at the bottom. They should put this at the top. The medical doctors section. Look how much stuff you have here. What is copper peptide? Remember we say we increase copper peptide? Here you can find it. So you just click there and you say, okay, what is this about? And it's going to now tell you. It's a quick video actually. What is copper peptide? And it goes into it and he explains it. So that's Dr. Leland Stillman. There you go. So there's so many things. Why would a doctor join Lifewave? Biggest medical breakthrough. This is a very good video to share with people. We have athletes, right? In depth. Maybe someone's like, I really want to understand more. Let me send you this video. So it's this, you always point them back to this website, but you also share from this website. So you take this video, you can see here's the share button. You say share. So, okay. So just do that. Sorry. So you copy this and then you go into your WhatsApp and then you share it. Just wait for it to load nicely. I think the connection is just not too good today. But anyway, so it will come up with a nice picture and then you send it. And then basically you can follow that up and then you share this at info.com and you say, so you send the video and you say, hey, I really found this part of the video very interesting, made me think of you. That's why I shared this with you. And then you can follow up with the website again. It's like, hey, I actually got this on the website. So done speaking about this website now. I've been going on forever. But here's the PDF that took forever to load. Look how nice this PDF is. You see, first few days, 6 weeks. It's actually quite a nice little thing. So that's now this is at info.com. So we have done that now. Okay. Then we have this is a team.com, right? This has a bit more hidden gems, if that makes
Okay.
sense. Okay. So here you can see I'm on this is a team.com. This is the one that has this page. You see, this is a team.com. So you can see here at the top, it has basically the same things. If you see here, it says onboarding, go manager. It's the same things you saw in the school, but it's not laid out as nicely. So do the school training, but the one that you want to use here is this is it advantage, right? That's the only one you really need to worry about on this is a team because if we click here and you take a look, this connection is really bad. really sorry, Sarah. I have to connect with my Wi-Fi to do this. Oh, yeah. Look at how long it's taking. Let me.
Mm,
Okay, so we'll just. No, it's
yeah.
not letting me continue. So anyway, that's really the most. These
Yeah.
two slides. I mean,
You're breaking up as well.
it's this is laptop isn't. Okay, is that better? Can you hear me now?
Definitely. Definitely.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's that was the most important thing. So I sent you that link where it says this is the team links that has everything I just discussed with you. Okay. Now, the last thing that I'm going to share with you is the presentation link. Okay. Obviously, you can do Greg and Menna's presentation, but here in South Africa, we do a different presentation because South Africans are skeptical. And when you're telling them about network marketing thing or you come in with stories, they're not interested. Okay. So, how I position it is like a brand partnership. That's what we are. I'm a brand partner. I sign up with Lifewave and I
Mm.
become a brand partner. So that's what I lean into here. So that's what our presentation is about. And it's the same presentation that you attended the other day. So let me just quickly do that. Let me get that link for you. And then I'm going to share that presentation. Okay. So it actually did load. Let me share my screen quickly and then I'll get the presentation for you. So here you can see is that this is an advantage, the one I said you must focus on, right? So you still with me?
Mm.
Okay. So here you can see take ownership of your business, say no to whatever's holding you back, how to stay compliant, wear X39 so everyone can see, how you say it makes a difference. So this is all like key insights that you don't just find anywhere. But here you have them building as a single parent, importance of using time to your advantage. So this, how to use social media. Maybe there's someone that, and this is specifically reasons that people should join our team. Do you understand? This is what you can use. Look, you have a social media following, boom, you can come here. Here, social media. Here's something that can speak to you. Professionals that believe. So, yeah, statistics show you might not be feeling excellent, but it's working. Here's a good video that's not anywhere else, but you can send it, not getting rapid results. So, look, what is the adhesive made of, right? There's so many things here that help you build your business, and that's really the benefit. Look at this franchise versus Lifewave. Why Lifewave makes sense? Future of Lifewave. So, this is really, really, really powerful information that can help people make a decision. And it's all from here. This is an advantage. So, that's obviously now that website. So let me share this link with you. So the last thing that I'll do, Sarah, so that okay, I say it's already been half an hour. So the last thing I'll do is I'll briefly go through this presentation with you, and then I'll let you go. Is that okay? Or would you prefer if we set up another time? Hey, Sarah,
It's you breaking up. I can't
breaking
hear
up
you.
again.
I
Can you hear me, Sarah?
can't hear you.
No, man. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, Sarah?
I can hear now.
You can hear me now.
It's
Okay, great. So I'm going to
yeah.
send you, there you go. Here's the presentation link as well. Okay. So that's what you can then go through. But I see that our connection is really not so good, eh? But because I see when I share my screen, it's like the connection goes worse, eh?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow is it better. So then if you can, just go through, I sent you now everything. As soon as this recording is like processed, I'll send you the recording and you can watch it again because I cover everything. And then you can just start the school platform. Once they accept you, you get they might ask you for like your Lifewave information, just see what happens. But just try and log in and then get started. Okay. Okay. Well, thanks so much, Sarah. That's awesome. I appreciate your time. And then we'll chat a bit later. But then good luck for the rest of your day. And hopefully the electricity comes back today. Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Okay, cool stuff. Well, thanks so much, Sarah. Good luck. And yeah, appreciate your time again. Thanks so much. Eh? Bye-bye.